What's going on, guys? This is Jason of Auglitical. I swim through the politics so you don't drown too. Am I the asshole for telling my in laws we're getting divorced because my wife cheated on me since they thought I was leaving her because of her weight? Oh man. I, 35 male, thought I was getting everything I ever wanted with my wife, 35. When we were in our late 20s. Oh, damn. So you knew her in your 20s? Right? This is a couple of years. So this is like 7, 8 years. All right. I truly love her. He said love, not loved, love, meaning he still loves her. Her both when she was thin and now that she's plus size. She became plus size during her pregnancy, and I was still hot for her. Yo, this is the thing, right? This is the thing. When it comes down to horror stories that we hear about dudes who completely go fucking ballistic, like the manosphere guys, right? The red pill guys, who they sit there and they go, "Oh, a woman who's a little bit bigger, it's a fucking tragedy, and she's a terrible person, and if she can't take care of her weight, X, Y, and Z, what the fuck is she doing?" And all of this other shit, the horror stories, right? Oh, you decided to cheat on a woman after she like had your fucking kid because she gained some weight. Listen, those are shit stains. But when it comes down to this man, right? None of that mattered to him because she was the woman that he was with. And I sit there and I think about this from time to time and I say to myself, I know my character, but I say to myself, and I'm glad that if I ended up getting some phenomenal looking chick and she ends up in some fucking accident, she gets scarred, or maybe, let's say some bullshit happens where I will never be able to bust nuts with that woman again. I'm still gonna be with that woman. Nothing changes. The status quo continues because that's the woman that I'm with. This guy did nothing wrong in that sense. But let's see how this plays out. I was still hot for her, but she hated her new body and she felt ugly despite all of my compliments. Over the years, she gained more weight and felt worse about herself. Well, then she should have taken her fat ass to the gym. Hate is a great motivator. Hate is just as strong as love. There's a thin line between love and hate. Listen, people who hate themselves will have drastic changes. I see Landwells get supermodel bodies after getting in a breakup, and it's like, damn, girl. So you mean to tell me you got into the greatest shape of your life because you was trying to get back at some dude that don't give a shit about you? That's crazy. Can I get some of them drugs you smoking though? Because damn. Anyway, over the years, she gained more weight and felt worse about herself. More recently, she cheated on me. She had felt so low about herself, she wanted to see if a man who didn't have to love her would find her sexy. I call bullshit. I call bullshit. I call bullshit. That's the game. That's the no mix up, mix up. One more time. One more time. She had felt so low about herself, she wanted to see if men who didn't have to love her, I'm sorry, she wanted to see if men who didn't have to love her would find her sexy. Nasty work. That's what we call nasty work in the game. And not only did she have to play with fucking fire, she had to not just throw meat into the lion's den, she threw herself into the lion's den thinking that she wasn't gonna get ate. Bullshit. I call bullshit. And I'm doing the black woman, meaning I'm not listening to that shit. Just like how when you have two women of opposing hives with claws out, it's my favorite pastime. I'm the type of person, just to give you a little insight into myself, there's a very few things that make me stop, watch, and observe, right? Like a nosy little bastard. I'll see a fight break out. I keep it pushing. I don't give a shit. I don't got time for it. I literally sat inside of a Chinese store to go get me some beef and broccoli back then when it was only 6.75, right? Back in the day with quarter waters when everything was great. I seen a dude get stabbed in the goddamn chest. I picked up my food, didn't pay for my order in the didn't pay for my order in the goddamn chaos, and dipped. Didn't have time, right? Work smart. What is it? Work retarded, not harder, no smarter, right? However, one thing that will make me stop, right, is when two women who either pretended to be friendly with each other now have claws out because you already know when it comes down to women, you already know all of the dirt is coming out, right? And for me personally, this is something great to me. So I do the black woman, because you ain't getting through to me. I already know what you are, demon. Anyway, I didn't have to love her because we have a child together. I love her because she's her. We're getting a divorce because I wanted the process. I'm sorry. We're getting a divorce and I wanted the process to be peaceful. But my in laws, especially my mother in law, 57, were giving me hell because they thought I was a shallow jerk who was leaving his wife because she gained weight during pregnancy. Now, he said, especially the mother. And this is the thing that I've also noticed. It doesn't matter what age a woman is. Some women just have it. Some women don't. Maybe as they get a little bit older, they kind of shift, kind of get better with it. But emotional intelligence, some women just have it and some women don't. And a woman can be intelligent as hell until emotion comes into play. A lot of these women, once the emotions come into play, everything is out of the fucking window. This woman has 6 decades practically under her belt, right? And you mean to tell me you've been with this girl for damn near 7, 8 years, 7, 8, 6 years, and she couldn't even come to you before blowing up in your face? She took everything that the daughter said straight up. I tell you, dog. That this is the reason why I said it to myself. I was like, I don't even look down on dudes dating younger women at this point anymore, right? Because there's no difference. There's no difference between a girl who's 60 and a girl who's 18 with a lot of these women when it comes down to emotional intelligence. Some women just have it, some women don't. No difference. You got girl again. This was me sitting here and I sat there and I was growing up going, damn, I wonder if I'm still gonna be attracted to girls who are 25 when I'm like 30 or 40. Right? Am I still like am I, you know what I'm saying? And then I thought about it and I said to myself, women who are my age right now act like they're in high school. I said, you know what? If a girl can have a conversation with me, actual hold a conversation with me, and she's not ratchet, that she already got a good fucking head start. And if it just so happens that that girl's 19, oh, so be it. And another thing on top of that is these older women be snatching up these young dudes, and everything is hunky dory and silent, and everything's all good in the hood. But the second a guy does it, oh, you only do that because you can't handle a girl your age. I forgot who it was. It was the girl with the fat ass. Was it Tracy Ellis Ross or whatever like that? I forgot who she like the girl who's on Girlfriends. Uh, and she was sitting there saying she doesn't like men who are her age because crazy and just outed herself, right? Just dry snitched on herself. She says she doesn't like men her age because they're all dipped in misogyny. But when I forgot exactly how everyone came to the conclusion because it's in it's literally as clear as day. The reason why she doesn't like men who are her age is because they know the games that women play. So she purposely goes after younger guys so she can play the mental gymnastics with them. Crazy shit. And again, you can be as attractive as you want to be. You can be whatever age you want to be. None of that shit changes. Some women either have it or they don't have it. Or anyway, let's continue. So the mother wasn't even giving this man the benefit of the doubt at all. Didn't even give him a chance. All right, we call that crashing out. Anyway, uh, we're so the mother-in-law, 57, was giving me hell because they thought I was the shallow jerk who was leaving his wife because she gained weight during pregnancy. I was confronted by her parents again, so he let that shit slide the first time. Couldn't be me. I told them the truth. Now my in-laws are giving my wife hell and she's miserable. Good. If we had more women getting their shit pushed in for the shit that they do, society would be better. If we had more women taking accountability for their fucking actions and the things that they do instead of their short term, oh, it's about me, 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 and they're not looking at the bigger picture, society could heal. Again, we already know the fucking horror stories of girls who end up gaining a little bit of weight, and then you got some shit stain that they're with who turns on them, calls them fat, says all this other crazy type of shit, and leaves them. This is not this case. The guy still loved her, still wanted to take her to Pound Town and all of that shit. None of that mattered. She was so sad she took another man's dick after knowing this man since their 20s. But I'm wrong when I do a video talking about why you shouldn't let your girl jump on a fucking bike with a random stranger because that's a violation of boundaries and respect. Come on now. I don't need to look at the comments here. I just wanted to know I just wanted my in-laws off my case. Am I the asshole? The man sounds like a good guy. Again, it's crazy to see shit like this happen, but this is happening all over, right? Guys are getting fucking done dirty, absolutely done dirty. And the fact of the matter that the daughter, the daughter of the parents, the wife, literally tried to run that type of game, right? Try to spin it that way, just goes to show when it comes down to accountability, all these fucking women be acting like as though they're the Flash, right? You talk about accountability and they ducking, dodging, and weaving like professional boxers, right? And when they do get clipped, right? When they do get clipped, and you gotta take responsibility for your actions, they'll still drag a guy in some which way, shape, or form. And it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. Anyway, if you like what I do here, leave it in the comments. If you haven't subscribed, what the hell are you doing? Hit that button, all that good shit, and I will catch you guys next time. She said, I was so sad I slipped, tripped, and fell on another dick. Get the fuck out of here. Peace.
Reasons. I mean, we've talked about this, that often I date younger men. And a lot of it is because...
Let's stop on that, folks.
Oh my God, we had a great dinner. We had a great dinner, by the way, where across the table, your husband goes, but why? And I said, well, maybe because I can.
Yes, Barish. This is what I'm saying. Tales from Tracy's...
It's fun. It's really fun to share.
Tracy tales.
But
I'm sorry.
But one of the reasons, though, that... Because I had to ask myself that question. I was like, what is this about?
Yeah.
Because I want a partner. And so often, and it's not just that I'm older, I'm also very embodied. I am a full, very whole person.
She's 52 years old. I'm not trying to diss the age, but this is exactly what I was talking about. Just to fill you guys in a little bit. Phenomenal ass, though, but let's continue.
And who knows myself, who is in charge of my life, and who lives a very full, just robust life. So it's not just age, it's like life experience and sort of a difference. But I had to ask myself the question, why? Why does this keep sort of coming up other than they're hot and gorgeous?
There's that.
But a lot of men my age are steeped in a toxic masculinity and have been raised in a culture where there is a particular way that a relationship looks. And anything that starts to smell of that for me, I did enough of it where I was controlled and felt like I was a possession or whatever those things were, or prize, and I have no interest in it, and I will not do it again. I mean, we've talked about.
So in other words, what she's saying is that she wants somebody who's weak-willed that she can manipulate. That's exactly what it is. It has absolutely nothing to do with somebody being controlling, and that's the favorite word that they love to use. When they're trying to dominate you, they'll sit there and scream and project all of the shit that they're trying to do to you. And again, what she said is that they're hot and they're young and they're gorgeous. Now flip the script and let a dude say he wants a girl who's young and beautiful and feminine. You would hear women like this woman right here screeching. Anyway, for real this time, that's the video. Again, also phenomenal ass. I am a guy. It is what it is. Now, when a guy sits there and says that he would hit it and quit Tracy Ellis Ross, I don't feel bad for him. And you know what? Listen, ex-husband, if you want to hit it and quit it with that land well of yours, as long as you don't get attached, you can listen. She really wants to know what it feels like for a guy to love her but not need to love her. By all means, go for it. Don't get mad at me. Don't at me for that. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
But why? And I said, well, maybe because I can.
Yes.
I can.
Yes,
I can.